whether they stay on site or they're relocated, but the intent would not be to reduce any of the housing there. It would be to keep like for like, and to the best of our ability, mitigate impact to existing residents and housing numbers.
Okay.
What is the timing?
So the hope would be that if we get authorization this evening for posting an RFI, that we would be able to have something prepared and ready to go in the fall. September timeframe would be optimal, and then we would be looking at a few months of awaiting proposals and submissions and go from there.
Thank you. Rick.
Actually, that was the question I was going to ask, but just elaborate on it a little bit. So, so I understand a little bit better. Is it going to be sort of like an RFP put out with very specific details wanted from the developers, or is this going to be, like you said, just an open blank canvas where they can come in with any suggestion? And obviously, we get a chance to review it, all aspects of it. Hopefully, we'll get more than one. That would be a good thing, that we can compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. But it's been a long time. We've been waiting for something to take place there.
Absolutely.
And so it's a good thing.
Another great question. I would say that we would be providing all of the information that we have thus far, providing all of the community input and feedback that we've received thus far, giving specific direction with regard to what we're hearing the community wants to see in that space, and then allowing them to interpret that and bring proposals to us with their vision, with their creative opportunity.
So they'll have an opportunity to look at the work that's been done previously, the visioning?
Correct. The data that we have received, the input we received from the community, the feedback that SWA Group has put together with regard to what the wants are for that space, that will be included in absolutely in the direction that we're giving to these proposals. Thank you.
Thank you.
One last question, if I could.
Absolutely.
On the residential portion of it, are we looking to become landlords?
We are landlords.
No, I understand, but going forward, is that the plan? Or, I mean, I'm always concerned about a city government becoming a landlord or getting involved in this landlord process.
It is a unique situation that we are in the management of an aging and deteriorating mobile home park. So the city's best foot forward is to find, again, the best suitable space for these residents with the least impact to their quality of life and their day-to-day lives. Whether that includes the city continuing to manage their space as the landlord is dependent upon the proposals that come forward.
So we're possibly looking at the developer maybe taking over responsibility for this and paying the city some amount every year for the privilege of doing it?
It's an excellent question, and it would remain to be seen in terms of what the proposals received are. Part of what is possible in these development proposals would be the rehabilitation of the site as it exists to bring it up to standards and current HCD and state law requirements. So the want would be that either we're able to maintain a space and manage a mobile home park that is operating consistent with those requirements, or that we're allowing a developer to bring that into their portfolio as part of whatever their proposal is for.
Okay, it sounds lovely. Amazing. 1.11, which nobody wanted to pull off there so I could talk about it. You're looking for a lot of money already, $1,750,000, almost $1,800,000. You know, we just spent 200 and some thousand just a couple of years ago for the vision, but now that's just a fly speck in the wind, playing tippy, or whatever his name is, and that other company that repeated that so people could find bra and panties that I heard about 60 times from that lady. But have you guys read this? It's not only about a lot of money, it's about a lot of your trickster stuff in here that allows you to vote on things. Oh, we voted on that already. That's what you guys do. Nothing but trickery. And isn't it amazing that you have this one and 3.1, so you have enough money to shaft those people out of there. Why don't you come up with a place for them to live before you shaft them out of it? That's all I see. You can be all sweet and nice. It gets down to it. You're talking about September, you could have been doing something over the last years instead of spending a lot of other money. We got humans down there, and I don't trust you people at all. I don't know why. All you want to do is spend money, buy properties, say about the Chamber of Commerce building. Well, isn't that building open right now to the public for bathrooms? But yet you're paying, and I think it sure seems like I'm going to be looking back through my paperwork that you already paid them $25,000. This one from what is it? May 6th is another payment. And you're claiming that you can't, about the agenda, whatever you were talking about, it was on the table and it wasn't agendized. And you just added in because you want to give this money away because Putz wanted to give it to them. So I think it's ridiculous how you guys ramrod things and then they do something and you swear to it. How do you do an agenda that the money's not on the agenda and then all of a sudden it is on the agenda and then amazingly $25,000 was already paid?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's just the way we're putting this request for information out. We're essentially saying to any developer out there, hey, come in, yeah, here's our documents, but you can do essentially whatever you want and throw that at them.
They are today. And so, that could mean relocation, but it could mean improvements to the existing site. We don't know. And we want to see what the market bears as it relates to that as the first step with the RFI.
And just one more thing, that it's actually my district. I've spent a lot of time in the mobile home park there. So feel free to have coffee with me and we can chat about it and I can get you a little bit more up to speed of the feelings of the residents there as well as kind of the vision for it. Anyways, I'm open for any discussion with you.
And I too have spent quite a bit of time there. I've gone to some community events that have been in there and gotten to interact with the residents in there. So I know Rick and I, both do have, quite a bit of time invested in communicating with the residents.
Oh, look, I will be the first to agree that that place needs a lot of work. And I don't disagree with any of that. Again, it's just, my concern is just the blanket, with just a blanket information request out there, and there doesn't seem to be any boundaries for it. That's my only concern. I know we have to go forward with something, but that's my only concern. As we get closer, if it's more defined, then I can probably come on board with it. Okay.
Randy?
While there has been a lot of work done to get us to this point, getting community input, getting the residents' input, and no doubt that will help guide us, I do think there's some value to the degree that the RFI is open-ended to get the